Welcome back to this channel. As you know that we have started chapter 4, that is ratio analysis, and we have completed two ratios, and we have started third ratio, that is activity ratio. And under activity ratio we have completed again two ratios. They are inventory turnover ratio and debtors turnover ratio, or we can say bill receivable turnover ratio. In this video we will learn about trade payable turnover ratio. First of all, I want to tell you the meaning of trade payables turnover ratio. Trade payable turnover ratio is it means the amount which the firm has to pay against credit purchases of the goods or services. It shows the relationship between net credit purchases upon average trade payables. Now, how can we calculate credit purchases? Credit purchases are equal to total purchases minus cash purchases minus purchase return. As we know that trade payables only generated with the help of credit purchase. So we have to consider only credit purchase. Cash purchase is not to be considered while calculating trade payable turnover ratio. And how can we calculate average trade payables? Average trade payables again can be calculated with the help of opening trade payables plus closing trade payables divided by 2. And we can further classify trade payables as opening creditors plus closing creditors plus opening bills payable plus closing bills payable divided by 2. Clear? I think there is no doubt in this. We are also dividing it by 2 because opening creditors and opening bills payable are a part of opening payables, trade payables. And in the same way, closing creditors and closing bills payable are part of closing trade payables. Now, in this ratio, we also have to calculate average payment period. As in debtors turnover ratio or trade receivable turnover ratio, we have calculated about average collection period. In that case, we have to collect the amount, but in our case, trade payables, we have to pay the amount. So we have to calculate average payment period. Now, how can we calculate average payment period? Average payment period is equal to number of days 365 upon trade payables turnover ratio, or we can say in case of month 12 upon trade payables turnover ratio. If we have to calculate in number of days, then we have to put this formula, and if we have to calculate in months, then we have to put this formula. I think there is no doubt. Now we will do practical problem related to this topic, and the problem is on your screen. In this problem, we are given opening sundry creditors 80,000, opening bills payable 3,000, closing sundry creditors 1 lakh, opening closing bills payable 17,000, and these are all related to purchases. First of all, we have to write the formula. Trade payable turnover ratio, TPTR, is equal to net credit purchases upon average payables, trade payables. Clear? Now, first of all, I have to calculate credit purchases. Net credit purchases is equal to total purchases minus cash purchases minus purchase return. And we are having total purchases 14 lakh, cash purchases 5 lakh, and purchase return 1 lakh. It means 8 lakh. In the same way, we have to calculate average trade payables. Average trade payables are opening sundry creditors plus closing sundry creditors plus opening bills payable and closing bills payable divided by 2. Opening creditors are given to you 80,000. Closing creditors are given 1 lakh. Opening bill payables are given 3,000. And closing bill payables are 17,000 divided by 2. It comes to 2 lakh upon 2 means 1 lakh. Therefore, TPTR, trade payables turnover ratio, is equal to credit purchases 8 lakh divided by 1 lakh average payables. It comes to 8 times. All the activities ratios are expressed in terms of times, and higher the ratios shows the efficiency of the business. Now for the same question, we want to calculate the average payable periods. Is this concept is clear to you? I think it is very much clear. Not average trade payables period. Average payment period. Is equal to, if we have to calculate in months, number of months upon ratio, it comes to how much it will come? 1.5 month. And if we have to calculate in days, 365 divided by 8, how much will it come? 45.6 days, or we can say 46 days. So this is all for this lecture.